You have two choices right now with the device you're watching this video on. This device, this piece of electronic device that you're watching, you have two choices with it. And the first one is to overclock. To overclock, to overpower, to make it so powerful that you can open 50,000 programs at once, that you can Bitcoin mine and generate all of these crazy things from this device right now and do crazy things with it. But the only thing is, you don't know when this device will implode because there is the risk of it doing that. You overclock a PC and there's a chance it'll just mess up and fuck up, right? You rev an engine too high and there's a chance it'll get damaged and messed up. The same thing. Put yourself in this scenario. You have the choice of overclocking this device you're on, this PC, this phone, whatever it is, and it can do wonders for you, or you keep the device the same, but there's no risk of it imploding. You don't know if it'll implode or anything, but here, when you don't overclock it, there is no risk. You keep it the same, and you keep the jobs and the tasks the same, and every single thing stays the same. It's absolutely and completely risk free. That's awesome, right? Now, if I ask you which one you'll choose, most people would choose the risk free option. The option was just like, yeah, no overclocking. And here's the thing, if you chose to overclock this thing, you would be stupid. You would be so stupid, and you'd be out of the blue, and you'd have extremist beliefs, and you'd have weird beliefs, and it's just stupid to do that. Or at least that's what most people would say. That's what they would say to you. You're stupid. Before I get to the point, I just want to make it clear. I won't try and sell you anything in this video. I won't try and sell you a fix to these horrible dangers. I won't try and sell you anything. Too many people are just making a whole video just to try and sell you something at the end. I just genuinely have your back, man. And this space has just kind of, it's gotten a bad reputation for people just trying to shoving things down your face. I won't try and tell you anything, you have my word. Now, coming from an Arab household, I used to live in the United Arab Emirates, right? Arab household, Arab traditions, Arab friends, Arab everything. Most people from back then, and even to this day, would look at me and call me absolutely demented for doing all of this stuff, for doing, this whole channel thing, for doing this whole personal brand thing, for not going to university, for revolting against the traditional education system. Most people would call me crazy, psychotic, and stupid, just like they'd call you stupid for trying to overclock that PC. And it makes absolute sense. Everyone is born and they have this belief instilled inside of them that this is the way, this is the path, this is it, there's nothing else. And then when you, for some reason, that picture where it's like thousands of people walking this path and then there's just one person walking this thing, everyone here would look at this guy like he's some weird crazy thing. He's gonna go get eaten by the wolf, by the lion, and it's just some weird thing that he's doing. Nobody would expect me to do this weird stupid thing, right? Especially because the signs I gave when I was younger, I was actually really good at all of the school subjects and everything. I was getting the highest grades in math, I was getting the highest grades in science, and I can just comprehend any concept. Like, I'm quite an intelligent guy in the realms of, digits and numbers and class and books and all of this stuff. I'm pretty intelligent when it comes to that stuff, and I would say my IQ is well above average, right? So people wouldn't really expect me to go for this kind of creative personal brand stuff. And it's like a weird thing, especially because on top of that, it's just the tradition. Brown people, you guys know. Arab people, you guys know. Asian people, you guys know. Practically anything, minus the white race, you guys already know. You know how annoying and how weird and how frustrating and how much friction there is and there can be when you try and disconnect yourself from the traditions of your home. Here's the thing, when I say disconnect traditions, I don't mean disconnect the good traditions. I mean disconnect the traditions that will keep you low in life, right? But we'll discuss that in a second. My high school friends and just my friends in general from home thought I was stupid. They thought I was crazy. I remember when my channel first started popping off and everything, and this thing kind of went viral, and people started seeing my content. I'd literally be getting texts every single day. Imagine this. Imagine you're starting something, you're starting a business, and then you get texts every single day from people you knew for decades. Decades, not decades, but years, multiple years at a time, a decade plus, and they're telling you, What the hell have you done? How are you going through this? Are you dumb? This will flop. What happens when this flops and you don't have money? What happens when this? What happens when that? You gotta go back. You gotta go back. Imagine every single day, and you have to create an argument. That's the bad thing I did. I started arguing, right? I started arguing and I started having a discussion, and some would be convinced and some wouldn't be convinced. But this was just taking a toll on my own health and on my own overclocking of the PC, because all this time when you get on this path, you're just overclocking yourself. And I'm just texting these people and they're saying, Ali, bro, you have to stop, right? You have to stop making this. I'm in the middle of making a YouTube video and then I just get a call. I'm in the middle of a YouTube video and I just get a Discord text from a random person who I knew who's somehow in my server. And he's saying, what the fuck? Imagine that. What the hell are you doing every single day? My high school friends thought I was going off the rails. They thought I was crazy. And the thing is, you're on this path, right? You're trying to start something, you want something more out of life. You're going to be looked at like an autist. You're going to, you know how you look at, like, sometimes people have just extremely weird personalities or just they're doing something weird. Imagine you go out in the street and you walk out naked and you see a man just lit, or not you, you just see a man balls naked, right? He's just walking naked and it's like minus 30 degrees weather. You're just gonna look at him like, what are you doing? You are a mutant. That same look that you're going to give that person, you're going to get from every single person you know, especially at the starting days, especially at the beginnings. And that takes a toll on your brain, that takes a toll on your mental health, that takes a toll on your entire chip, your entire core, the overclocking core that I'm talking about. You will be looked at like a fucking autist, and you're going to continuously be alone, faced with the most dumb and stupid shit. You're gonna have discussions with your family and none of them will agree with you, but you have to go through it anyway. You're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be stupidly lonely, but you have no other choice, and the most random obstacles will present themselves in front of you in this world. The most random obstacles. You're on this path of self evolution, you're on this path of trying to grow in all three financial, mental, and physical realms. You're going to be looked at like you're weird, and there are so many ridiculous obstacles. You can't even think of them right now, but they will present themselves in front of you and they will annoy the shit out of you. Chasing success, without a doubt, will be the hardest thing you ever face in your life. You know, those the worst sickness you've ever think about this and deep it for a second. The worst sickness you've ever had in your life, the worst illness you've ever had in your life, the worst breakup, the worst moment of life, the worst period of life you've ever experienced. Multiply that by 10, and that will not be anywhere near the bullshit you'll have to go through on this path. You're trying to chase success. You want me to give you a brutal truth, man? You want me to give you a brutal black pilling truth? 95% of you won't make it. You won't make it. Your PC will overheat and explode long before you see what you want to see. And why am I telling you this? Because I'm the only real person on here. I'm the only real person nowadays on this fucking platform. Everyone's just here to sell you something, to force you in something at the end of the video, to try and give you something at the end of it. And I used to do that. I'm not doing it anymore. And you're gonna see this space is just gonna become rotten. And only the people who are truly part of it will stick to the end. 95% of you will not make it. You will suffer and you will experience the stupidest shit. You will experience the stupidest shit, and you're like, wait. This literally isn't worth it. Now I'm weighing the pros and cons. To me, I don't care about all of these great things. I have to suffer all of this to get here. I'm done. I'll just stick to a monotonous life. And for some people, that's how they were meant to be. Some of you were meant to be workers. Some of you were meant to be traditional workers. You go and then you live a life of eternal monotony. You get married, you have kids, you have a wholesome little family, but then the quality of the family deteriorates, and then you die. Some of you were meant for this existence. There is no other choice. Some of you were destined for this, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, a miserable failure of a life. You need to understand, and please take my word for it, because you will see. But if you actually anticipate it before it happens, I promise you, you have so much more likelihood of actually making it and becoming successful, right? And in my opinion, I'm nowhere near it. But if you're watching this video, I'm most likely a few steps ahead of you, so I've walked it. Shit will get so much harder. It'll get so much harder, it'll get so much more annoying, and the most stupid obstacles will come up in front of your face and sock you the fuck out. Grab you, sock you the fuck out, keep you on the floor, and kick you in the face. Unless you're ready to handle that shit, then you will not make it. There is no making it for you. You need to understand this. Unless you're ready for this shit, you're not going to make it. There's a quote that I said before, and apparently it's more appreciated than I thought it would be. And the quote is something along the lines of, "You are not a soldier if you're not ready to die in battle." Think about it. The soldier goes to battle and he's ready to die inside the battlefield. If you go there and you're not ready to die, you're not a soldier. You're trying to become successful, and if you're not ready to experience hell to get there, you won't get there. Please understand this. Understand that I genuinely mean this. And I want all of you to get there. Of course, there's more competition for me, but guess what, motherfucker? Unlike these people who don't give a shit about you, who step on your head to climb, more success means more competition for me. More competition for me means more room for me to be better than you. And no one will tell you this. No one will speak like this. No one will be as real as I am. So get fucking ready for the stupid shit that'll hit your face. For the stupid, annoying struggles that'll hit your face. For those days of uncertainty where you don't know if this is what you should continue or jump onto a new business model like you've done the past 12 times. Get ready for those days, because those days are coming, my friend. Those days are coming, and they will hurt you. They will hurt you mentally, they will hurt you physically. You'll stop going to the gym, you're gonna miss a bunch of days, you're gonna feel like shit, your life will not be in check. There will be so much stupid shit that enters your mind. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I walked that path, and I continue to do so with you. With you, not on top of you. And mark my words, you will see this. And to counter these dangers, you need to have these three things. And I promise you, if you don't, you are in for a hell of a stagnant journey. And what do I mean by these three things? Awareness. Awareness of the shit that will come to you. If you're thinking, oh, this path is gonna be rosy, it'll be a bit annoying, I just gotta get my work done and then we're done. No. You'll think you'll get your work done, but then you'll get a call from someone you work with telling you the main account got hacked. You think you'll get your work done, but you'll get a call from investors saying, fuck your project, you're scamming me, even though you're doing so much work for them. You think you'll be aware, but the most random shit, your video, the video you're recording on your channel, the file will get corrupted and it was an hour-long video. The most stupid, unforeseen circumstance situations will come. And if you're not aware of these things, then they will hit you so much harder. When you know a punch is coming, you're gonna have to roll with the punch. But if a punch is coming and you just walk into it, it hurts so much more. So awareness. And then grit. Grit is when you roll with those punches, but they still drop you the fuck out anyway. They still drop you out. Meaning you're knocked out on the floor. How many times can you get up? How many times can you just be annoyed as shit at your stagnant progress? How many times can you be annoyed as shit as your uncertain progress continues to be more and more uncertain? How many times can you sit through this and think, I'll just do it anyway. What the fuck else do I have to live for? This is where the greatest men come to be. People who have nothing else to live for. And it's this philosophy, which is the third point, of it's either this or nothing. You want to get successful? You want to get successful, bro? You need to have no other choice. It's success or nothing. For some people, they have this option of returning to the 9 to 5 and just living that stagnant life, and it's not even just 9 to 5, because a lot of 9 to 5 people are successful. in their own object and their own subjective definition of that. But the second you give up is the second that's it. Philosophy is done and you'll never get there. You need to have the philosophy of it's this or nothing. It's do or die. You have no other choice. You want to get successful at your craft? You wanna pop off? You wanna, get crazy at whatever it is you're doing? It's do or die. It's this or nothing. You must accept and refuse. Accept nothing else. Refuse anything else. Understand this. Accept nothing else other than success and refuse anything else other than success. People nowadays, they say, especially these guys online, they say, you can be stupid and successful. You can be genuinely stupid and successful. And there is some truth to that. You can be stupid in terms of what knowledge you have regarding your craft and still become successful, right? But you need to have at least intelligence in some realms to achieve this. The stupid person on TikTok who plays around and shakes her ass to make millions. Yeah, she's unintelligent IQ based, sure. But she has intelligence in the realm of social media. She knows what's gonna catch your eye. She knows what's gonna catch your eye and she knows how to play around. Or she has someone who has higher intelligence telling her exactly what to do. And chances are, if you're watching this, you don't really have a manager right now who tells you exactly what to do. You're not a puppet, right? So you need to have intelligence in this realm. And this intelligence comes from these three things. Having these three things: awareness, grit, and the philosophy. Just having these things, understanding and embracing them, places you in a level of intelligence far above most people in the realm of success. And there's literally one piece of advice that if I gave to you, and if you understood and truly embraced, nothing will ever stop you. But unfortunately, this piece of advice, it's the hardest piece of advice to ever listen to because we're all human and this goes against everything human that we have. This goes against all of our biology, all of our thoughts, all of our beliefs that were ingrained into us from childhood. This goes against everything we know. But if you actually can embrace it into your life, nothing will ever stand a chance against you. And this piece of advice: wish not for a lighter load, but for a stronger back.